Alright, so these are the comment section on GL Ahsoka's kit reveal. Normally I put these at the end of the kit reveal, but since she's a GL, she's obviously got a bigger kit. And so I felt like the video was already long enough. I mean, I think it ended up being, 23 minutes or something like that. So I didn't want to add all these comments on top of that and just really drag out that overall runtime. So I'm going to do it separately this time. So anyways, let's see what people have to say. Since I'm late, as you can see, 6 days, maybe there's some comments now that she's been out in the game too that we can kind of analyze and, I don't know, gather something useful from. So to start, okay, so you guys are worried about game balance. Meanwhile, Leviathan is the most unbalanced thing you guys did. If you guys are worried about game balance thing, can you guys... Wow, what? If you guys are worried about game, capital, balance, thing, maybe you meant things, comma, can you guys listen to the community on some things? Okay, so let me break down that comment. First off, what he's mentioning here with the game balance is because CG, they did a lot of things to Ahsoka's kit because they said, oh, we didn't want her to get too overpowered or whatever, like why she is immune to damage immunity, or why when Ezra... Exile is in the team with her, she doesn't give bonus protection and stuff to the team because his kit does. And they said, oh, that would have just been so much extra protection. It would have made imbalances. Which to me, I'm like, okay, well, she is a GL though. Isn't that the whole point? GLs are supposed to be super OP, so I mean that's kind of par for the course, no? But like this guy says, one, Leviathan is pretty unbalanced. It's psychotic. When they released Profundity and the Executor, those were designed to be able to go tit for tat. You know, they even said that if you go up against one, if you're the player, you should be able to win. But it's flip-flops, it doesn't matter. An Executor should be able to beat a Profundity, and a Profundity should be able to beat an Executor. Then the Leviathan comes out, and that thing is not impossible, but it's ridiculously difficult. There's nothing on the same level as it. It's on a level of its own. It's like if a GL came in the game, it's basically the GL ship, but we only have one so far. So it's kind of hard to beat. It's doable. I hear stories of people beating Leviathans. I never have yet. But yeah. So they're going to talk about balance, but then they make a ship that's ridiculously unbalanced. And then it says, can you guys listen to the community? That would be great, but 95% of the time, CG doesn't give an F. They care about money, and they don't care what we have to say, because that means it's going to affect their bank account. Anyhow. Then this comment goes on to say, second part to my comment, basically, the basic. Will it work as intended, or will it be like Bane and miss the first attack completely? When Bane uses one of his attacks, it dispels on the first instance of damage and attacks on the second instance. If this is going to work as intended, then go back and fix Bane's attack also. Thanks, I'm looking forward to the GLAT to come out on Tuesday. Which at the time of me reading this, it's Wednesday, so a little bit late here. Not entirely sure what they're talking about on the basic. I also don't know Bane's kit off the top of my head, so I can't really comment on that, but it sounds like they're saying if A is going to work on Ahsoka, then B should work on Bane as well, but it currently doesn't. Darth Plagueis 9 says to this guy, I'm pretty sure this is worded differently to Bane, as Bane dispels buffs first and then does damage, which is why it is confusing that it can be dodged. Bane should be rewarded if how it works is intended, or fixed if not. But here, damage is done first, and then buffs are dispelled, so her basic should be avoidable. Plenty that needs to be fixed, and yeah, I wonder about that basic also. I don't know, personally not my favorite kit. Hey, cool, that's what I said too. It didn't sound that juicy, especially for a GL. Like, yeah, there's a lot of support to the team, but it didn't really sound like, you know, GLs are big characters. Usually it's a, oh, wow. I never really had like a, oh, wow moment. But anyways, but I'm sure we'll be fun. When I think of GLs, I assume Vader, Luke, Rey, Palp, SLKR, and Han Chewie, R2, 3PO. Those are legends in my opinion. Hard to have R2 and 3PO as leader, but with Ewoks maybe, lol, at least should be a galactic sidekick or something. I hear you on the GL stuff. GL is supposed to be a galactic legend, and I don't feel like some of these GLs that they come up with truly are a GL status. Like, this one, you know, Galactic Legend Rey. Rey is not a legend, okay? Yeah, they put Rey in their thing, but Rey is not a legend. Rey is new. I mean, she's new, A, in the terms of our world, but B, in terms of their world, she's new too. Same as Supreme Leader Kylo. He's not a legend yet. And then kind of like Ahsoka. Ahsoka's a weird situation because she's kind of legendary since she's been around forever. But at the same time, I don't think she has a strong enough breadth and scope to really be legendary. You know what I mean? She's legendary within her circles. Like, Luke is legendary in the sense of everybody knows him in the galaxy and stuff. You know, they all know about him. There's all whispers of him. Vader would be legendary. Everybody knows Vader. You know, Ahsoka, I'm sure there's planets where they'd be like, who? So she's not really as legendary as you'd say. And Papa Palp is legendary too. I don't like that they did C, because C is his weird version, his resurrected version. And it's like, well, his resurrected version's not a legend because that's supposed to be, what, a clone or something? So you need to have a real Palp. That would be the legendary. But, sure. Oh my god, can't wait. When will Scythe be fixed? Hard to farm conquest unit that no longer functions. What? I didn't realize there was issues. Every time I use Scythe, everything seems to be going pretty great. Finally. Oh, yes. Yeah, because it took 4 months or whatever. I mean, how bad can you guys be at being prepared for things you're creating? If I handled my personal job like this, I wouldn't ever have a job. Very true. Yeah, I know. That's how they always are, and I don't get it. They release a character, and then there's, like, bugs on day one. It's like, how did you not test this? How did you not find this out ahead of time? For this one, I don't know if there's bugs, but one thing that's glaring right out the gate is, one, this is a GL, and they don't have the thumbnail picture thing that they usually have. There's a description in place of it instead that says, like, oh, there's technical difficulties with the forums. And then the second thing is they didn't have the little animations showing her moves. You have the animations for dumb marquee characters, but you don't have it for a GL? How does that make any sense? So, yeah, I mean, how can it be this bad, like this guy says? I didn't see any text on what off balance does to the enemy. Very true, I forgot to call that out. I was wondering about that as well when I was reading the kit reveal and totally forgot. But then, maybe I didn't forget. I think what I was assuming was it was part of someone else's kit, and I just didn't remember. Off balance was first added with Padawan Sabine. Yeah. So the description should be with her. It reads, lose 10% health and 10% turn meter if damaged by an attack. Yeah, see, that's what they do too. They like to take stupid new moves that they introduced on some other marquee character that nobody's really paying attention to, and then just not re-explain it. Oh yeah, off balance. We're not going to remind you what that means. We're just going to talk about it, though. Like, if you don't even know what character has it, it's not... You can't even go back to the kit reveal and reread it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that was on Sabine. So, like, I wouldn't know where to look. The least they can do is just put a quick description. Hey, in case you forgot, it does this. Oh, okay. Thanks, CG. It's written in Padawan Sabine's kit. Blah, blah, blah. Kind of like Expose and Stagger. Why can't you guys just let Lord Vader be a perfect counter to his Padawan that he beat pretty easily? Why do you need a buff to destroy the main aspect of his kit? If this was on her special Datacron, fine, but as a main part of her kit, it's just disrespectful to him. So it's Marai's wisdom. Take reduced damage from % health damage effects. So I guess that's a Lord Vader thing. I don't have Lord Vader, so I don't really know what his kit's all about. Anyways, obviously there, spelled wrong, is more to the battle than this, but Lord Vader's damage over times are the main thing he does, and you just destroy that aspect with every single team you release. I have heard that a lot of people are frustrated, like, I mean, I hear Lord Vader sucks, but it's not that he sucks, it's just CG makes him suck. Not to mention dispelling daze and gaining 15 speed for the rest of the battle. That's also a big thing Lord Vader does. Ah, okay. I was making fun of that in the kit reveal. I was like, why are they always doing weird debuffs? Daze? Who does daze? Oh, Lord Vader, the one GL I don't have. Well, I guess now 2 GLs I don't have. Yeah, true. Because, man, this version of Ahsoka is beyond evolved compared Lord Vader, while he was being an idiot and destroying everything he knew and loved. By now, this GL Ahsoka is light years more advanced than an Anakin who hasn't even had his arms or legs cut off yet, and very easily, I might add, by Obi-Wan. Okay, but if you take it from the timeline, where Ahsoka is older now, that would mean that he's Darth Vader, so he's mature in his own way and more experienced with the Force of the dark side. If you take it in the timeline of when she was younger, and when Anakin was becoming Lord Vader, like you said, he still had all his limbs, so that means he had more of his midichlorians and all that, which means he was actually stronger with the Force. So, by all accounts, he should be better than her, no matter which way you're trying to look at it. Because she's got a girl boss, mate. Girl boss hard. If unenjoyable play was a concern, why did you change Leviathan at all? It made all interactions with the ship super unenjoyable. Oh, super enjoyable. Chimera counter to it was super satisfying, and Mirror Match actually wasn't too bad. Now Mirror Match is awful, having to use basics until you can hit ultimate. Isn't the fun in this game finding those interactions that just poke magic into the counter? All the fun playing that ship is gone, making it a very dull play now. This long after its release seems ill-advised to make that change regardless of the simplicity that Punishing One brought on it. Yeah, just complaining about a different, I don't want to say character, but, you know, different character, if you will, in the game. Honestly, very disappointed by our ultimate. We had the perfect opportunity for her to enter the world between worlds and summon a Force Ghost Anakin. That would be funny, but, like, what would be the point? Or better, worse. What? At 100% ultimate charge, Ahsoka enters World Between Worlds and revives all allies. At 100% health and protection, this can't be prevented. And target enemy is instantly defeated and can't be revived. This includes other GLs. If the World Between Worlds can just take people out of time, why can't she just revive everyone and just use an opportune timeline to remove an enemy long before the battle? What? It's not even a real move, though. This guy's talking about it like it is. Didn't he just make this up? Anyways, that's all I'm going to do. I always just do one page of the comments. I don't go through all of them. So yeah, that's just some comments on Ahsoka's kit. I guess nothing really like I was hoping for. Either A, to learn something from newer comments since she's been released, or B, more, I don't know, questions or whatever. But whatever, still plenty of comments, still people complaining about the kit, how they're worried about balance here, but not with Leviathan. Kind of a lot more with Leviathan, though, than Ahsoka, which is kind of goofy. But anyways, that's all I got for this one, so thanks for checking this out, and until next time, I said see ya.